Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday with TDB.
Fasting guidelines. Number one, very quickly, commit yourself to God in consecration to fast and pray. Everybody say, I've done it. Commit yourself means that you have decided you're going to make this to the end. Whatever you decide. You can go 7 days. You say, Lord, I ain't going to break that. I'm going to go 14 days. I'm not going to break that. You can go 21 days. I'm going to break that. You got to commit yourself to it. And consecration is important. Consecration means I am going to dedicate myself to what I promise unto God. Surrender to God. Number two, when you're fasting, you got to drink plenty of water. And I want to warn you, you'll hear this over and over again during this fast. All the leaders will tell you, or oftentimes remind you, drink plenty of water. Why? Because your body is reducing or emitting or getting rid of a lot of junk, poisons. And those poisons could actually make you sick if you don't get rid of them. So you need to get that water. The water will cleanse them, flush you out all the time, keep you very healthy. And by the way, you should drink at least 8 glasses of water every day, beginning tonight. Start drinking water. 8 glasses, count the glasses tomorrow, get them down. If you get more than that, it's wonderful. But no less than that, because your body can start dealing with some stuff tomorrow already, and it needs to get rid of that stuff. Number 3, also drink hot herbal teas. We allow this. Cranberry juice is a good cleanser. By the way, it's a very, very good source of natural vitamins to help your body rebuild itself. And also apple juice is not too acidic, so you can use that. But these are the only ones that we permit on a fast like this, because these will help you cleanse your body. It'll help you wash all the garbage out while you're on a fast. Guidelines. When you fast, remember that your body is disrupting its habit. If you ate 3 times a day, you're going to have a lot of challenges. If you ate twice a day, it reduces it by 1. If you ate once a day, it reduces it by 2. If you ate 5 times a day, like some of you might be struggling with, you got yourself a challenge. Now, the more you eat and the more often you ate, the greater the challenge to break the power of your body. Now, here's quickly what I want to say, because I want you to understand, I want you to have a good time on this fast. Today was easy, wasn't it? No problem. Yeah, no problem. Today was easy. Tomorrow's going to be fairly easy too. You're going to find it, but you know, if you ate breakfast and lunch and dinner, at those times, you will find that your saliva will begin to talk to you. Because remember that your tongue is tied to your rectum. Okay? Everybody all right with that? Yeah. Your tongue is the top of your rectum. Your rectum is the bottom of your tongue. It's just one big cord. The middle of it is called your intestines, and attached to it is your stomach. Your stomach is a part of your tongue and your rectum. Your intestines is a part of your tongue and your rectum. Now, when you eat food, it goes down into your stomach. Your stomach then produces gases. Acid gases. Everybody say acid gases. The gases they produce, gastric juices, they call it gastric juices. And what they do is the acid breaks down the food you just ate, and it actually makes it absorbable to go into the lining of the stomach, and then it goes, of course, down into the intestines. The intestines then take all the things from it that you need to get, and then it takes the garbage and put it inside your rectum, and then it comes out. Now, the stuff that is liquid, that is garbage, the body would take it and put it in the kidneys. If there's contamination in the blood, it put it in the liver. If it's just junk, garbage, it puts it in the rectum. Okay, in the lower intestines. And so what the body's doing is producing this juice to break down the foods. Now I want you to think about acid, okay? The first thing that your stomach produces is acid when food comes. The acid breaks down the food. Everybody with me? Once you get ready, it's going to happen tomorrow, so I want you to get used to it. When that acid comes, the acid is timed because of your habit. Your brain sends a message. 8 o'clock, time to eat breakfast. So the brain knows that every 8 o'clock every morning you eat breakfast, or 7 o'clock, whatever. 7 o'clock, you always eat this cereal or juice or apple or something. The brain is used to that. It's called habit. So the brain says, here comes cereal. There ain't no cereal there, right? But the brain is telling the body, here comes cereal. Why? It's 7 o'clock. So the brain says, get ready, stomach. Stomach says, thank you very much. And then the neutrons send a message to the stomach, produce gastric juices. Why? Cereal is coming. So no cereal comes now because you're fasting. But the stomach produces the gastric juices, acid. Now the acid burns, doesn't it? So the acid now is looking for the cereal. I said, where's the cereal? And so it has no cereal to digest, so it begins to digest the lining of the stomach. Now your stomach is filled with food that's been there for 7 months or to a year. Did you know that? Doctors talk to me. See, Dr. Simmons will tell you that. Your colon is so full of old food, you'll be afraid to look at it. You got food in your stomach that's been there for 7 years. What do you think causes colon cancer? Colon cancer is rotting food that's been there for 7, 8 years that's finally rotting the lining of your colon. The colon is your intestines, old food. Now, that's why fasting is good. Fasting finally gives the body a chance to start burning out all the garbage that's been caked up along your stomach. The old pipe in your back has been there for 7 years, the old pipe, 10 years, old pipe. You put your finger on the old pipe. Okay, move a little thing on your zinc tonight and just put your finger there and lift it up. And you'll see all that stuff that's been, all that old soap, all that old grime, old hair and thing. That's how your stomach looks. That's how your intestine looks. Old food. Now, every time you actually use your basin, whatever you flush goes past all that. It stays. Am I coming through? That's how your system works. So when you eat new food, it doesn't push out the old food, you don't think it does. The old food is so caked up on the corners and the walls of your intestines and on your stomach that the new food just comes through and comes out. And then some of it stays and cakes up. So it keeps building, and then you end up with cancer of the stomach, cancer of the colon, etc. What happens when you're fasting is the fasting finally gives the gastric juices a chance to start burning the stuff caked up on your stomach. And that's when you say, I got gas. You are correct. The acid begins to what? Burn the lining of the stomach, all that stuff, and it gives off the gas. So your stomach becomes bloated by the gas. Simple solution. What's another word for releasing gas? Anyhow, you're smart. What's that? A nurse will tell me. What is it? Flatu? Say it again. What? No wonder why we say pump. What's it? It's a deep word, man. Flatulence. Flatulence. I am flatulating. No one can remember that word. Anyhow, everybody following me? See, I want you to enjoy the fast. I don't want you to let the devil tell you you're dying. When I learned about fast, I was 16 years old. That's when I fasted 28 days, I told you. Because I read this book, and a book by Franklin, I forgot his last name. My mother had this book, and I read this book, and I said, fasting is simple. Once you know what's going on. Now, what do you do when acids are produced in your stomach? Easy. What dilutes acid? Liquid. So you drink water. That's all. So I guarantee you tomorrow morning, your body going to say, it's breakfast time. Now remember, your body talking to you, not the devil. It's breakfast time. How does the body say it? It's releasing these gases. What do? You take a glass of water and you drink it. And go to work. And then around, now some of y'all got midday snacks and things, and some of y'all got problems. If you always eat something at 11 o'clock, here comes that juice again. So you got to drink something again. In other words, every time you feel that little tingling, that's just acids in your stomach. You got to flush them out. And that goes on until the body begins to catch on. And the body says, you know something? There ain't nothing coming down here. So what are you doing? You're breaking the mental habit in the brain. So the brain says, release gases. And the stomach sends a message back and says, there's nothing here. So around the 6th or 7th day, which is the hardest days, is when the stomach and the brain have some real chatting going on. That's when the brain says, release. And the stomach says, ain't nothing here. And the brain says, still release. And the stomach says, ain't nothing here. And the brain says, you better release. And the stomach says, ain't nothing here. And then eventually on the 8th day, the brain says, I ain't telling you to release nothing no more. Everybody say freedom. Yeah. Say it loud. Yeah. That's when you're free. That's when you're free. You got to get to the point where you're free. The way you become free is to keep that water flowing. Keep that water flowing. And you're going to find your urination is going to change, because urination is going to turn different colors because all the garbage is coming up. And around the 8th or 9th day, your urine will turn very, very clear. You're purified. After that, it's fun. You can look at food and never have a desire. The next 4 days, don't look at food too much. Have mercy, Jesus. Because psychologically, your mind going to say, I already tasted that. You can taste it in your mind. So it releases gastric juices. You got problems. Okay? But once you're free, you can do it. Is that helpful to you? Will you understand that? Okay? Last thing, no juices, please. Why? Because orange juice is high in acid, and that's what you're trying to get rid of. Pineapple juice, high in acid. Grapefruit juice, no. Because you're actually making your stomach worse. You want to reduce the acidic intake in your body during the fast, because your body is throwing off acids, or producing acids rather, and you want to get them out. Is that clear?
It is my prayer that you prosper in all things, and in all things get an understanding. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon. God bless you.